Today we're going to take a look at how to make forms in your web page. Forms are for gathering information from your user, and in the case that we're going to explain, it'll be for emailing it to a person who's supposed to collect this information, probably you. But any rate, first of all, I'm just going to put a H1 header at the top. To center it like we usually do. Welcome to the forms page. I'm going to, because I forgot to do it ahead of time, I'm going to highlight it and make it red. And then I'm going to make the background something, the whole oops, nope, not like before. I've showed you how to make the background of the headers different. Well, now it's too bad. Do that again. I don't know what I did wrong there, but well, a lot of this is well, let's, as long as I made a typo in the beginning, let's make the color red from the beginning. How about that? Alright, there we go. Okay, now I'm out of the H1. I'm going to go back to I defaulted back to body text, and now here I'm going to put in the body, basically it's like a background color, lightish purple. It might be a little too dark. How's that? And give the page a little color. Just, it's not important, but that's how you do that. Now we need to start to insert some forms, some form code. So we go up to forms and click on the little button. First we're going to define the form. It's going to be called forms. Oops, if I could type forms test. The URL action is going to be, in this case, you capitalize this all the way. So MAILTO, mail to is what you have to type in there, and then colon, and then you put in an email address. I'll put mine in. And the method is post, and that should be good. Now, nothing showed up there, but we've got a little tiny blue line in there that is telling us that the forms are going to be in that area. So let's put a return in, and then I'm going to go up to this forms button again, and I'm going to form field, and it's text. So the field name is I'm going to call it welcome. And its initial value is welcome to my form. Oops, I didn't do it right. Form. Here you can do some things. If you come back, if you put too many carets in here, with the properties, you can increase the field size. You can play around with it till it's just right. I'm going to make this a read only so that it's like a label, and click OK, and then welcome to my form appears. And now I'm going to make another one, and it's going to be a text one again because it's a label. I'll call it colors. Doesn't really matter what you call it, it's just what's going to come up when the email comes in. And initial value is, what is your favorite color? Okay, again, it's a read only, and I believe it'll be big enough by default, so just barely. We could go back to that and make it be a good chance to show you. uh, oops, sorry, guess I have to click on this. There we go. You click on it, you can edit it, then it comes up as the one you have, and I'm going to make it, I'll show you, I'll make it 70, and you can see, well, that's way too big, so let's make it something smaller. I just did that on purpose to show you that you're making it, you can make it bigger like that. 30, probably 20. Again, a lot of this is you know, trial and error. Okay, just for the fun of it, I'm going to, now that 20, I'm going to come back up and I'm going to, what is your favorite color? And I'm going to put just a couple of these in just to see if it runs off. It does. So one more time, I'll make it 25, and that should do it. We were right at the edge with 20. I could have probably made it 22. It's okay. So now I'm out of there. I return. Now I go up and I'm going to click a different area. It's still the form feed. All of it comes out of here, but I notice this up at the top here is adjustable. I'm going to pick a checkbox. I'm going to call it color, and I'll say the thing is going to be red. Now I'm not making it read only because it's not a label, and it comes in as a checkbox, and then you type in red, and that's a color. Return. I'll go back up to form feed. It always defaults to text, so be careful. You go to checkbox. And we'll put in yellow. Return. Couple more. Again, remember, text. No, we want checkbox. Oh. Blue. And we put in B, E. And one more. Let's see. Checkbox. What do we got? Yellow, blue, green. And okay, couple returns, and now I'm going to put another like label in. See, what are we going to say? Font name. Pet, and it's going to say, what is your favorite pet? Okay, it's going to be a read only because it's a label, and we'll just put that in there, and then underneath that, now we're going to put a different one in. We're going to put a radio button. Just a little bit different group name for the radio button. It'll be pet, and the field value will be cat. Oh, I forgot to return. Best just start over. Form, radio button, pet, cat, type in CAT, return, radio button, group name is still pet, dog, return, form field, text radio button in the group pet, and this one will be MOSE moose. And not even sure if I'm going to spell this right, but I'm going to go for it. Checkbox, it's in the group pet, and probably spelled this right wrong. Dire Wolf. Game of Thrones is coming up soon. Don't know if that's spelled right, but probably not. Okay, couple returns, and now I'm going to put in one more thing for the fields. I'm going to put in a submit button, and the field name is going to be submit, and the field value is going to be click here to submit your information. That's spelled right. Okay. Guess I'm gonna make that a won't let me. Okay. So we'll say okay, and that button comes in, and then this is your I mean, it's a little tiny thing. You could use this for ordering products. Of course, you'd have maybe then a lot more things to select than that, if that's the case. And so that would pretty much finish up your page. Let's test it now. Let's save it, and we'll call it forms page. Okay, and then we're going to save it in week 13, but we're going to call it, we're going to take out the capital and the space, and I'll take out the capital here, forms page.html. And now open that. Shrink that down to side. Boy, things are acting up today. Shrink that down and put it into our movie thing here, and you can see that you can check a couple of things here. Probably shouldn't check more than one since it says favorite color. In the check boxes, you can select them all. In the buttons, what did I do? I must have made it a checkbox. In the buttons, you can only select one. So you should have used buttons up here instead of checkbox. And then you submit your information. Little thing comes up from your mail, and then you could send it, and it tells you the information from the fields, and this would just go into the welcome is the name of the forms, and you're set to go. You're set to send it to the person you've sent in there. So I hope this explains how to put forms in. There's some other options in there. I wanted to go with the simplest ones, so you can take a crack at making your own forms page now. Have a good day.